it is time to create a donor stewardship workflow or automation that you should build for your nonprofit. So if you want to create an automation that triggers personalized thank you emails, follow-ups as well that go to the donors or supporters, and reminders for your staff, then we're going to check this out. And we're going to start actually with kind of the end in mind. These are the emails that we need to build for an automation. So if you go to your marketing and go to emails, you can create an email. And here's the thing. We've already created these, so we can skip that step, but I do want to show off what this looks like. An email is pretty straightforward. We have, logo. Look at that beautiful pets, puppy rescue. We can all smile about puppies, right? The basic email, thank you. And you want to pull in the personalization. We're calling that amount by name. We're calling out the amount that they donated, which is based on the closed deal. And then we tell them what that money is going toward to give them some of that really good feeling, right? So there's that. Now, we also then, we're going to X out of here. The second email that goes out, then maybe this is 30 days later, 60 days later, whatever that looks like. The second email then does kind of a similar thing here. We're going to say, we're going to add our logo to the top again, just to keep that branding going. We're going to call it their first name, and we're actually going to call a custom property that is their sum of donations to say, your generous gift so far this year of XYZ really helps us out, and here's why. And then we're going to actually add a link to donate directly on our website and a link to tap here to call in. All things you can do in your HubSpot email to help move them forward. If this email here doesn't speak to them, they don't click on one of those links there, either the link to the website or a link to call us, then what we're going to do is this email 2.5 here that we have that is actually going to remind them again that they really want to give. Their donation is very helpful. It's just going to be a different subject line for them, okay? So this 2.5 here is going to help us to build what's called a branch or logic in your workflow, your automation. So we'll come back to that later. But there's the 3 emails we created for you. Pretty straightforward. Now we're going to talk about the actual automation. So if I click over here on our automation in HubSpot and go to our workflows, now we get to actually build what's called a workflow in HubSpot. This is that automation that triggers once they've completed a donation. So I'm going to click Create Workflow. We're going to go from scratch. And we're going to say, when something happens, we're going to say, when a record meets a set of filter conditions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the deal, which is where we're tracking those donations. When a deal property, when the stage of the deal property is, and we're going to look at our 2024 pipeline as an example here, donated. So when the stage is donated in this specific pipeline, and we're going to allow them to re-enroll when they meet the conditions again. So they donate again, they can be re-enrolled to get another email. Love that. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to say, yep, that looks great. Now, the next thing here we want to do is send an email. So we're going to go to the communications. Now, a quick pause here. There's a lot you can do in these HubSpot automations. We're going to talk about communications, and we're going to talk about setting up a task for our staff. But you also have other things you can do here, all kinds of CRM functions for like operations, some marketing features, some data ops features, lots of things you can do. If they're repeatable tasks, you can go ahead and do that. By the way, before I forget completely, we're going to rename this here. Stewardship campaign. We're going to save that. Now we're skipping the description this time. I would definitely suggest adding the description. Okay. And by the way, this actually matches the email, so that's good. Okay, so we're going to go back to our communications here. We're going to send an email. I'm going to choose, there we go, donor stewardship. See that number right there? Makes it easy. Ta-da, we're good to go, and we're going to save that. So as soon as they have that deal stage set, we're going to send that email. And then what I want to do is I want to actually set a delay. We're going to set this here on a set amount of time. You have a lot of choices there. We're going to say, we're going to give them 2 months. We're going to say 60 days later. What we want to do is send that second email. So open up, send that email, choose email number 2 for our donor stewardship campaign. There we go. We're going to save that. Now, at this point, here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a little pause here in order to create a branch, okay? And that branch is going to have a delay. We're going to say for a set amount of time. Let's just give them another, we'll say 7 days, a full week. After 7 days, we want to build a branch. We're just going to use and or logic. This first one here is clicked link. We're going to add the criteria. The contact, or actually the email, sorry, the email. Is that the right one? Contact. Here it is. Marketing emails, that's the one. Okay. And now we looked at clicked. Oops, clicky? Haha. For that email number 2. There we go. Click the link in the email. Any link, that looks good. If they did do that, we're going to take the next step. If they did not, that's when we're going to assign someone. So, click that. So, we send that second email number 2, wait for 7 days. You can see, did they click the link? And if not, here's what we're going to do. If they did not click the link, we're going to actually send email number 2.5 to remind them that they love us and they should send us money. Now, if they did click the link after those 7 days, here's what we can do. Let's take a look at our marketing email. No, not marketing email. There we go. Create a task. We want to, if after 7 days we look and say, oh, yep, they did, we want to create a task to follow up personal thanks. And I'm actually going to, let's see here, contact. First name, add a space there, and say last name. There we go. So we're going to add a task to say follow up with a personal thank you to first name and last name with the most recently updated contact. I'm going to make this due date the due date immediate. So as soon as it's signed, it is quote due. In the notes here, I could actually add a whole lot more information, the amount that they donated, their first name and last name, their phone number, all of that. So when my rep gets this, my staff member gets this, they can actually just click on the link and there it all is. I'm going to scroll this down here and I want to assign this task. Now this says the existing owner of the deal. Now again, in deals, that's where the donation happened. So whoever owns that deal, whoever's assigned that deal, whoever's taking care of that, they're going to get that this assignment. I also could say a specific user. Maybe I have a specific admin person that does that. So that's up to you. But we do that. So now we have created an automation that triggers personalized thank you emails, or one at least, a follow-up, asking them for more. If they do say yes, here's more, then great, we send them a personal follow-up with a thank you. And if they don't, we send them an email just to remind them. So that is what it looks like to set up an automation for yourself.